Alright, what up, what up? It's your boy Bodyguard, back again for another post, y'all. Today I am joined by a bit of a dynamic duo. Alright, these two have just finished up a project, right? The name of that project is gonna be Stand Strong. Straight. Stand straight. My bad, y'all. Hey, I'm just catching wind of it, but from what I've seen, it looks like it's something that y'all might want to take a look at too. Alright, so we got producer, showrunner, right? Director, all around just behind the scenes whiz, all right? We got Miss Jazmine, Zhane, right? And then also we got another producer, right? This guy's a director. I got the chance to work with him on Vanguard, seen a bit of his work. It's like, this guy here is a dream to work with, right? I got Mr. Tarik, aka Ricketts. All right, we in the house tonight, y'all. Finna take you on down through that. All right, introducing for the first time on Bodyguard TV. Here we go. All right. And how y'all doing today?
Good.
Hey, we chilling. What's good, bro?
Thank you for having us.
Okay, cool. I appreciate y'all coming. You know,
Appreciate you.
it's sometimes people tell you they're gonna show up and then they don't. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is.
Nah, we gonna show up every time, no cap.
Yeah.
You just phone call away.
Yeah, we thankful to be here. Any opportunities we get, we like to show up and show out every time.
That's what's up. All right, cool. So, you know, I normally like to ask how y'all doing. We covered that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's jump straight on into it, right?
Okay.
We're talking about staying straight,
Mm-hmm.
right? So this is a project that, where does this come out of the mind of?
So we had our final project in school. It's called Katie Conservatory. We're in the motion picture program. And in our fourth semester program, we have to come together and create a short film. So the story comes from our classmate. His name is Ryder. He's autistic. And his story was picked out of everybody's story. And basically the story is about an autistic boy who works. He has a normal life, but he's hiding something. He's grieving something, and he's disconnected from the world and reality. And his best friend comes back to town. And with her coming back to town, she shows him the light, shows him reality, and brings him out of that grief. And they find out she finds out a story. She finds out something that happened. So it's a win. It's a whole windfall, but it's a good story to bring it together.
Okay. That's what's up.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. So I know we were talking about directing. Is this your first time directing, or is this
No, this is not my first time directing. It's, this probably like my fifth time.
Fourth, yeah.
Somewhere around there. But this is probably the biggest crew I had. It was 45 of us on set. So this was my biggest crew of all so far. But it was fun. I enjoyed everything about it.
Okay. Yeah, because I know sometimes putting on the big hat, you know, it get a little scary sometimes. You're like, oh man, I'm responsible for everything that goes along with this. Like, if we get something wrong, they're gonna be looking at me crazy.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's all on me, because I do have a good producer, which is Tarik, and I also have me a good first AD who takes a lot of the weight off of me. So them two together make sure that I don't have to come in there and be Mama Bear. Because if I come in there, I'm Mama Bear, and I don't really have time for, you know, the game. So before I come in there, they already be having it most time together. But yeah, I'm the only girl in my class. I came into the program being the only girl in the program. Now we have 3 other girls in the program, but came in the only girl. So showing the boys that I got, you know, I can handle my own ain't really nothing that I'm too worried about. I've been doing it my whole life, so I enjoy it. It's kind of fun being the only girl, so you can show your big guns, you know.
Right. Mm-hmm. You know, I know this tends to be more of a male-dominated type of, you know, industry.
For sure.
So it's always good to have those women come through and, you know, pretty much put their spin on things.
And I appreciate my guys. My guys, they embrace me. They, you know, I come in like a bull. Like when I'm passionate about something, they know I'm coming in, but they hear me out, and then they give their perspective also. So it balances out, you know. And sometimes I say things that they didn't think about, which helps them out, and then they tell me things that I didn't think about from my side. So we balance each other out. We just learn how to communicate.
Right. You know, the name of the game is collaboration.
Every
right?
time.
As long as you know how to articulate what it is that you want, you can work with anybody. Right? That's what's up. All right, cool. So we're going to step on over to a show that you guys are working on together, right?
Yeah.
I want to talk to y'all a little bit about Oh, That's Messy.
Oh,
right?
that's messy.
Yeah. Let's jump on into that. So where did the concept for that come from? Like, who thought that up?
Okay, so Oh, That's Messy was something that I thought about for like 4 or 5 years ago. And it's kind of like Jerry Springer and Wendy Williams had a baby. So,
Okay.
you know, Jerry Springer had just died or whatever, and I was real sad about it. I feel like it was no talk shows out here that was really speaking the truth. Like, everybody go through things, and that's the thing. We live in a society where we only see what's on social media. Whatever is in that little box, you know what I mean? Their house look clean. Yeah, you know what I mean? Their house look clean in this corner, but behind the camera is dirty. You know what I'm trying to say? It's one of those things. So when I created Oh, That's Messy, I just wanted to show a variety of how everybody go through the same things in life. Whether you black, white, Mexican, Chinese, Japan, whatever you are, you know what I mean? Everybody go through the same. Everybody got a cousin who got cheated on, got 6 baby mamas. Everybody got those people in their life. It's the truth. We all got those cousins. We all say the same thing at Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's the same, you know? So I wanted to create a show where I can bring a variety of different people from all over, you know, to show like we all go through the same thing. And life be lifing, and they do get messy. So that's why I created Oh, That's Messy. So
Really?
yeah, you know, that's my baby though, and we so that's the reason I went to Katie in the first place. I went to Katie to find me a team to create this show. I had the idea, I had bought me cameras and everything, but I didn't know how to do that all by myself, and I wanted to do it right.
Right.
So I went to Katie, got to Katie, and then it was on from there. And then it was at one point in time, I was just like, okay, I got a squad now. Let me go ahead and do it. So I started bringing everybody together. I started figuring out, you know, who was the best in the positions. And then I told Ty, like, I really, really want to do it. And he's the type of person, if you tell him you want to do something, he gonna go full tilt. Like, he's calling you every day. Like, all right, I set this up. So it was like a fire up under my butt to like, all right, now it's time to do it. You know what I mean? Yeah. So once we started putting everything together, all the pre-production was coming together, it was just like, wow, we got a team. We had got the sound and everything. We started doing little commercials here and there. And it just started working out. Then we did the 6-7 episodes. I found me an editor. Shout out to Axel. Found me an editor. Things was just flowing. Right. And we started dropping in, and now we got a consistent audience. For this to be my first show that I ever put on social media. Like, I'm not a social media person. I am a little bit, but not for real. And we got a consistent like 250 people that come in every Sunday to watch the new episode. You know what I mean? Which was like, to go from 0, nobody on your channel, to having that 250, it's like, what? Okay. Right. And they waiting on, they trying to see it. So we just had our season finale. Y'all can go on YouTube and watch it up under channel 827. We're trying to create a network. Got a lot of things coming up, like a lot of things. Just being around a lot of people who think the same way you do and want to be good and want to be great and want to be the best at what they do. It just flows. It just flow. Cause everybody want to work. You know what I mean? It's not like nobody's sitting around. You come with an idea, put it on paper. We ready. You know? Okay. Every time. So you come with pre-production, we ready for production and post. You know? That's just how we do.
Right. Cause I do know that, you know, the easiest thing to do is to say you want to do something.
Exactly.
Right. It's one of those situations that where when you finally do get that team, right, and y'all get to rolling, like, you almost don't want to let go. But the thing about it is that once you put that team together, like even for me right now, I'm going through growth pains, right? You know, so whereas I tend to run more of a tight ship where it's kind of closed doors, right? I'm kind of real private with mine, right? I'm having to open up and go reach out and deal with more people and learn new personalities and
create
how to
new
deal
relationships,
with people, right? And build those new relationships, right? So let me ask you, where do you actually see this going? Like, what do you like? What's the end goal for it?
So first off, whatever guy I got planned for me, you know, I give honor to him first, and I appreciate him for just getting me this far. I'm not gonna lie, we got like a spider web of things. I don't even really got no end goal. The end goal, honestly, is to just create a comfortable life, create a life that I get to not work a job. I get to do something I love. You know what I mean? And I enjoy it. Like being on set is just, I don't know. It's just so. And it's like I used to play basketball. Yeah, I used to play basketball. So it's like the beginning of a game, like hearing the crowd loud, the floor vibrating. It's like that. You know what I mean? I really enjoy being on set. I really enjoy pre-production. I talk a lot of shit. Can I cuss?
Oh yeah.
I talk shit. I like to talk shit. So like pre-production is like a room full of people just talking shit. I love that. I love not combative, but like tell me why that makes sense. Like I'm not finna put that in a movie if it don't make sense.
Right.
And I want to know people common sense is very common unless you just don't choose to use it. You know what I'm saying? So I like to why do you say that? Why would I show that? And if you give me a good answer, oh, you got me. You got me. But if it don't make sense, it don't make money. I'm one of those people. I love that. I love the digging in people's minds. I love somebody telling me I'm wrong, because tell me why I'm wrong. Now, I like stuff like that. Why would your idea work better than my idea? You know what I mean? I love stuff like that. I love just gearing up to putting something on paper and then taking what's in my mind and putting it on screen. And I don't know nobody else who does this. I'm from the hood. I don't know nobody who make movies. I don't know nobody. I know a couple dudes do music videos. I don't know nobody from the hood make movies. I've never met nobody who's screenwritten before. Never.
Then I met Jazmine.
Then I met Jazmine. You get what I'm saying? Who go crazy. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things where I'm doing something like being a heart surgeon, kind of, sort of, in the hood. Like, you know, somebody who, you making movies, you making shows. I'm making a whole TV show. My grandma sit on every Sunday waiting on my show to come out, and she just be cackling. She just be kikiing, and all she watches the stories. But to make something that somebody in their 80s, like, I can't wait till Sunday to come out. Then my little cousin, she 13, I can't wait. You know what I mean? That's touching the world in different spaces where some people never get a chance to. So I'm just grateful that, you know, I got this opportunity, and I'm grateful that I just took the first step of Googling a film school near me. Like, it's not that hard, people. Google film schools near me. Anything you want to do, you can Google it. You know what I mean? You can do it. You want to be a deep dive, sea diver? Google schools near me. You can go. And they got grants and all that. Come on, man.
Right.
Let them people call you and say you owe a little money, but it's cool. Go get that degree.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You
know what I'm saying? It's for me, it's more so the knowledge, right?
Exactly.
You can go get the degree, right? But nothing is more important than the knowledge, right? It's like me, I'm one of those who was unfortunate in the event of picking the wrong degree plan, right? Went to the wrong school, picked the wrong degree plan.
Like many of us. I got a degree in criminal justice. Never used it.
Me too.
You feel me? Ain't never used it.
Right. Straight up.
For sure.
Exact shit.
That's crazy.
I'm a criminal degree. What's the degree in it?
It was like, no, thank you.
Right. Got out, and I was like, I was gonna go law enforcement, right? Start getting into the program, start looking at this stuff, start talking to different people, start learning about the dangers, and I was like, and it's not the dangers of the streets, because I eat that shit for breakfast, right? Like, that's, you know, for me,
up out
it's
of that.
easy, right? You know what I'm saying? But it was the the dangers from your own side that was bothering me. It was like you can go out here and make a wrong decision and you could be messed up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You could be facing time.
Yeah, it got me watching like cops and stuff. They pull you over for a tail light, you get shot up. I was like, oh no. I just want to tell you your light was out. You ain't finna shoot. You're not finna shoot me because you think because you got some drugs in the car. Yeah, stuff like that. That's not what.
And I told her when I went on a ride along out here in the Southeast Division.
Yeah.
Like last month, and shit. To my surprise, I didn't know how many cops get killed like on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Just from some like day-to-day serving. I was just like, damn, that opened my eyes to like, oh yeah, I ain't.
Right. So for me, it was the underhanded stuff that most officers do, and I didn't realize that they were trained to do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like they're trained to look at a specific type of people a certain way. They're trained to react in a certain way, right? So you might be thinking you're dealing with a person and you're dealing with the training.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Now
like,
let me tell you something.
Why are you doing this to me?
When you said that, it made me think about like us being in film school right now, right?
Right.
Us being in film school have taught me it doesn't matter where you go or what you do. When you have an instructor or a trainer, they can only teach you what they know.
No, for real.
So when they only teach you what they know, if it's good, bad, or ugly, that's what they're teaching you. That's the same thing like with our kids, with anything in life right now, for real. Because at the end of the day, some of my instructors have told me some things in school, and I'll be like, that don't make sense. That ain't gonna work in this time. But they from the old way where they like, well, that's the only way it is. No, it's not. It ain't no only way on nothing. Not in this world, not in this time.
Right.
It's multiple things around here, you know what I mean? So
right.
I feel like no matter what you do or what career you go in, it's always going they give you something, you can either take it or
leave it.
You know what I mean? You can take a little bit from it and use a little bit of that and then add more, or you can just dump it all up together. But I mean, I feel like it's no matter what you do, if whoever teaching you gotta take stuff with a grain of salt. You know what I mean? And it's just one of those ones because they didn't try to tell me some stuff, and if it don't make sense, I'm combative. That don't make sense.
Right.
You know? That
sometimes, like sometimes you run into those people, you know, and they, you know, I'm a mixed martial artist, right? So I fight MMA. You know, it's 1,001 ways to do everything, right?
You will have a perfect conversation with our first AD, Darobi, bro.
For sure. Y'all be talking all day.
Right. It's 1,001 ways to do anything, right? Yeah. Even my jab don't look the same way as everybody else jab, right? I tend to be a bit more of a mathematician, right, than an English teacher, right? In English, is set rules for set things. You see a period, it means this. You see a comma, it means this.
Exactly.
This letter sounds this way when it's used this way. You have a consonant over here. It's a bunch of different stuff, but they have set rules, right? The thing I love about math is the fact that you have functions, right? But those functions can be applied anywhere.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like having a toolbox, right? And it's up to you to decide where to put the Lego pieces. You put those Lego bricks where you want to.
Exactly.
Right? And that's the thing that I love about filmmaking. Like, I got the chance recently to work with this guy named GK, right? Greg Keith.
Okay.
Amazing filmmaker. Amazing. I'm talking about I fancy myself a bit of a gaffer, right? But I'm in there and I'm learning stuff just standing next to this man, right? And now I'm not one of those type of people that think they know everything, right? But I do know that I know how to use what I do have.
Exactly.
So I'm ultimately impressed when I run into somebody who can show me what I do or how to do what I do better.
Yeah.
Right. So I just appreciated being on set, standing next to this man because that's you know.
I think that's the thing that we trying to create right now is that experience like how you talking about. I think a lot of things that we doing moving forward, even after this project, is really more so because the way that you say it, I see a lot of filmmakers out here too, and a lot of creators out here too that don't really have the space or don't really know or how to navigate where to find that community. So I think like that's the thing that we trying to work on right now. Because even with you, that you might know a little bit of something, we have people that know way more knowledge. That if we could get all y'all in one room or on one set, it'll be an easier way for people to learn even more. And that's something that we learned while we was in school too. One of our instructors, like he told us, like, you know, back in the days when it came to film, like the only way you could get a job is by being an apprentice to somebody else. So it's like everything turned into more of a functionality where like people are getting lower wages, but it's like if you bring back that experience of like people having apprenticeship, there's a lot of jobs that can be applied to even filmmaking, especially now when we going into a recession. We kind of are going back to the same times as before. So a lot of things that we are trying to plan to do right now is to kind of convert a lot of things into the experience of being a filmmaker, screenwriting, learning how to produce. There's a lot of mathematics and problem solving and
Right.
and scheduling, budgeting that comes into that. It's a lot of critical thinking that comes into making a film. So I think a lot of those things, a lot of people don't. We didn't even know that.
We didn't even know that at all. Like
So-
just the oh my goodness, just pre-production in itself.
Mm-hmm.
It's so crazy that I feel like if people knew what goes on in pre-production, I feel like they would appreciate movies a little bit more. No lie. Because pre-production will either make or break you. That's just like, you know how they say if you go into 9th grade playing, your senior year is going to be hard. But if you go in 9th and 10th grade doing what you're supposed to do, your senior year is going to be smooth. That's how filmmaking is. If you go in pre-production BSing, production not going to happen. You're not even gonna get to production because you can't even get through casting and all that, scout locating and all that. You're not getting there. But if people just really sat down and like watched the behind the scenes and like you know back in the day when they used to have a behind the scenes Blu-ray and all the stuff like that, I feel like that what made people appreciate movies. You get what I mean? You got to learn the characters. You got to learn all that. People don't know about pre-production. I didn't even know about pre-production for real until we got to school. Once we got to school, whew. That boy, I got gray hair. For real.
Yeah.
For real.
I agree with what Tarik was saying. I wanted to go back to that, right? Because filmmaking is one of those things that is problem solving at its core, through and through. It's problem solving, right? So to speak to what you were saying about pre-production, right? That was my weak suit. Like that was the weakest part for what I did when I first was starting out. Now I understand a bit more of what's supposed to happen in pre-production, and you know, it's like anything else. Once you learn it, you just add to what you learn, and then over time it just kind of becomes autopilot type situation, right?
It's like riding a bike,
right? But I believe you are definitely right. Like the
pre-production,
the more thorough you are in learning it, the better your product.
Pre-production can really help you just because I was one of those people who didn't understand pre-production just because I always had my mind is like this big movie theater. Like I got a lot of ideas and a lot of stuff going on, and I'm not really good at putting it on paper. I'm like, take it from here and I'll be ready just to do it. And I'll be trying to tell people like, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. I had to learn, put it on paper. When you put it on paper, it could be more descriptive. You can pinpoint everything that you need to do. And that's something that I did with Oh That's Messy too. I had Oh That's Messy in my mind for 4 years. And I'm telling people I want to do this, I want to do that. But once I really sat down and put it on paper, it went straight from there. It was so fast how it happened. Like everything just started falling into play. It's like it's kind of like a template. When you gotta fill it out. Once you fill the template out, you can really read it like it's like an essay or whatever you need it to be. You know what I mean? It was like filling in the blanks. So I feel like pre-production is definitely one of those things, and it's also, I feel like it help a lot of creators on taking so much stuff that we have in our mind and putting it on paper. Definitely with all this COVID that happened. Speaking on what Tarik said earlier, just bringing the community back together, because once COVID happened, we all got to that space where we're just doing things by ourselves. And only time we're communicating with people is on social media.
Right. You know, the crazy thing about it is that you're sitting inside of my COVID skill right now. This was my COVID skill.
Yeah.
Like, I spent the better part of 2020, and here's the stupid part, I didn't release any podcast myself. I just was shooting them for other people, and they were trash. They were trash. Like
Hey, speak the truth.
Okay, you gotta start somewhere, shit.
No, for real. But I appreciated those people who trusted me to be able to, you know, get that stuff up and get it out for them, right? The first thing I learned was, I worked backwards, right? Where you guys started out in pre-production, right? And let's learn how to start making this, right?
Yeah.
I started in post, right? So the first thing I learned was editing. So I'm playing with stock footage. I'm trying to figure out these transitions. I'm trying to figure out how to, what's a J cut, what's an L cut, what's right? You see what I'm saying? All of the basic stuff that comes to editing, right? How do I layer my tracks? How do I mix and master? How do I make this stuff sound like it's supposed to sound, right? What are the proper levels for something to actually go out when it comes to the final render?
People,
right?
they don't know none of that.
Right. It's a lot of stuff that, right.
Now you kind of took it the route that most people go, because even when I first started, I was doing live streams and doing music reactions and even learning how to do certain transitions myself. So it's like I learned backwards too, but then I was like, there's a piece that's missing that I'm not understanding, because I even come from a background of marketing and advertising in New York. So it's like I know a piece of that. I know about owning businesses, and through all those I've learned doing it backwards. So it's like now I have to go to school to learn how to do it from start to finish, instead of doing it from finish and trying to figure out how to start it in little micro ways to try to figure out, all right, is this the best way to go type thing. So right. I definitely agree to that, because boy, times was rough.
I can't say I went backwards, because I started off with photography first. I did photography, and then I had a homeboy named Vision. I was going to one of his artists' music videos, and the guy who was doing the music video dropped out, and he was like, "Jazz, I need you to shoot a music video for me." And now, don't get me wrong, I'm fine with a camera, but I was just like, I know how to direct. I know what I see. You know what I mean? I'm one of those. So I did it. It was smooth, came out clean. I was like, oh, okay. So then he said, Jazz, I can see you doing movies. I was like, I can't shoot no movie now. I can do a music video, but I can't do no movies. But I was like, if I could shoot a music video and I can get all that together, I really just need to go to school so I can do this. Oh, that's messy. So I could do a network. I want to create my own network. Went, and I remember doing our first project, our first screenwriting project in first semester, and I wrote this script called Knock on the Door. And I remember reading it in class, and everybody was like, that was good. Like, that was good, Jazz. And I was like, for real? And they was like, that was good. So I was the first person in our class to shoot a movie. I took the script that I wrote in one class and shot it in another class type of thing. And that was our first time all being on set together. The first time we had no knowledge of what set life was like.
I don't know.
At all. We on here just doing something, right?
Right.
We did it. I remember going home, editing it, everything. I did it in like a week. Like, I had the basis of it within like a week. Brought it to school, showing everybody. They was like, that was good. So I'm like, oh, I can really make, because I'm messy in my mind. Like, I got good stories. I was raised in Detroit, moved to Macon, Georgia when I was 13, went to college in Memphis. So I done been around some stuff. Yeah. Definitely black folks in drama. Got it. So I got stories in my head all day. putting it on paper was like just so dope to see just the paper to the movies. And then going from my first film, A Knock on the Door, to Stand Straight Right Here is definitely one of those one where you can see the growth every time, more and more every time, for sure. I'm really excited about it.
Cool, cool. All right, so this is one of those questions that I always like to ask, right?
Okay.
Because I be wanting to know, because I know when it happened for me, right? But I want to know, when did it click for you and you decided that, oh no, movie making is what I want to do? What was the moment? Where were you when you decided, fuck this job?
Shit, I was still it wasn't even a fuck this job. It was like I had to sacrifice my job in school for real. So it really wasn't like. But I think it wasn't about movie making. It was just more about the structure and the skill for real. It wasn't really, because I feel like anything that we learn, we could apply to anything. So I feel like this is what brought us to where we are now. We can understand a little bit more about the process of it. But movie making is definitely fun. We definitely enjoy being on set. I think it was many sacrifices that all of us had to make to even finish where we are right now and to get to the place where we are right now. So it was really I was going to school during the day, sleeping for like 4 hours, going to work, going straight to school, sleeping for 4 hours, going to work. So it was like I had to sacrifice one. So I figured it out.
For real.
But
that's if you talk to other filmmakers, they're gonna talk to you about that sacrifice, right? If you talk to regular people in the street, they're gonna talk to you about the awards at the end of the struggle.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? It's almost like they can't see it. It's crazy.
I don't. Okay, I tell my teachers this. I did not go to school to make movies. I can't even really say that I want to make feature films, but I got them in my head. You know what I mean? It's one of those things where, like, maybe I be bored one day and I write a dope script, and then knowing him, he gonna be like, "Oh, we finna shoot this," or "Jazmine, we gonna shoot this." You know what I mean?
Right.
Something like that. But
Jazmine is the king of that.
You know,
Jazmine be ready, bro.
But I'm really
sitting at the crib.
Yeah.
Like, hey, what you doing? I was getting ready to sit down and eat dinner with my girl. No.
Can you get on the Zoom? Can you get on the Zoom real quick? He be quick. Can you get on the Zoom real quick?
We finna go shoot. Oh, okay. What you need? Yeah. Go bring all them lights, all that stuff you bought the last time. Yeah, bring everything.
Just bring everything you got.
Bring everything.
We'll tell you what we ain't gonna use. He quick with it. He real quick.
Nigga is fast with it. But
he's really quick with it.
And then you get to sit. And I'll be like, all right, cool. All right, so do we have mood board? Do we have lighting, schematic? What do we got going here?
Jazmine do not care about. He don't care about none of that shit.
And Jazmine be like, all right, I want you to take a look at this. You see this picture right here? Give me that. Now, see, for me, right, that's beautiful. I
can do that.
Remember, I told you I worked backwards, right? So I came off the indie scene just guerrilla shooting.
Yeah.
Right. So we in that bad boy. Does it look good? That's it. That's
all we need to know.
That's pre-production.
It's gonna work too.
Does it look good? Like we wasn't even back then when I first started. I didn't know nothing about no continuity. I didn't care about that. You know what I'm saying? I was just like, let me get this shit shot so I can
that
get
continuity matter.
Man, say and then me being the editor, I was like.
Yeah, you know that stressing yourself out.
Talk about stressed, and then because that's for me being the editor, a part of it, right? It get hot. Like a part of being an editor is the customer service part of it, right? So it's like you're the one that's going back and forth with the producers, and in some cases the client. Sometimes the producer will give the client your number, and then now they're
they on it for that.
They calling you.
It's over.
And sometimes they be like, "Hey, I don't understand what he's trying to ask you to do for these revisions. So is it okay if he calls you type situation?"
Because I'm confused.
Yeah. Right. So you just be like, okay. I've never experienced before, So it's like, it is what it is.
For sure.
But you learn how to get through it. You start to learn the jargon. You start to learn, how to deal with the client and everything. And then next thing you know, you running your own video production company.
For real.
That's the goal.
That's the goal.
That's the goal right there.
Yeah. So it starts out heavy, right? Because you just don't know, right? But when you develop a knowledge for a certain move set that you have, then that's when it becomes easier. It's like you said, riding a bike. Like you never, like at this point in life, right, at your age, you'll never get on a bicycle and not think you know what to do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's not until you jump on something else that's not a bike, but it looks like a bike, but it's not a bike. Right. I ran into that when I made the upgrade to cinema cameras. I was like, this looks
totally
like
different.
Looks like my standard DSLR. I started out with the 90D.
Yeah.
With the Canon 90D. Right? So I was like, okay, this is standard DSLR. It was one of the high end. It was like one of the first ones before they made the jump. One of the last ones before they made the jump to mirrorless. Right?
Okay.
So they dropped the 90D, then the EOS R came out, and then like the EOS R was like the top of the line mirrorless for Canon. Right. Around this time, Sony is still kind of trying to catch up, you know what I'm saying, to Canon.
Yeah.
And I think all those camera systems, they all produce a beautiful picture, right? But there's just different things that you get from different processors.
Yeah, and I even had to learn that too, because I was a Canon man myself, no cap. Now I got a Sony, so
love my
shit, it's a lot that I learned even about lenses and IDP. Nate, who's on this Stand Straight project, like he's definitely one of those people that got knowledge in cameras and lenses and different functions. So
gonna put you on.
Yeah, he gonna put you on for real. Like he definitely have good knowledge, even where you could get him. He could find specialty lenses and all this other stuff. You be like, bro, I don't know how you find it, but
appreciate it.
Yeah, if we need it, hey, we gonna holler at you.
Every time.
Right. You know what I'm saying? For me, the hardest thing to learn for me was mounts. Right. That was the part that like it's like, man, I love the way that looks. What type of lens did they use to get there? Right. And like, well, your camera doesn't support that mount. Well, shit. Well, maybe I might need to make a switch too.
Yeah.
But then you start learning about speed boosters and converters and all that type of stuff.
Yeah.
Going from PL to going from RF to PL, then PL to Z. Like,
it's so crazy to me. You be on set with guys. Like, okay, I feel like we all in here can say this. You being from the hood, when you see somebody that they got on some fresh shoes, jewelry, all that, you be like, dang, they must got a lot of money. You be on set, they got on dusty Converses, baggy, ripped up jeans, holy shirts, walking around with $25,000 worth of equipment just in their hand. Like,
right. But that's the thing about it. It's like, I made a post the other day about being on set, right? And being responsible for controlling the lighting in the space. You know? So I bring my own equipment, right? But I don't dress flashy. If I wanted to, I probably could, but then I can't buy more lights, right? So
exactly.
So that's
what I be saying. That's the thing. Like, it's not about, and I feel like that's another thing that people, why a lot of people don't want to go into motion picture stuff like that, because it's not the flashy life. It's not flashy at all.
Not at all.
On set, it's not flashy at all.
Right.
I'm a girl. I love my hair being done. On set, I gotta get some braids or something. It's hot. It's sweating. Y'all running back and forth. Depending on your job,
lights get hot.
Them lights get hot. Depending on the location, you might gotta run up and down the steps. Me as a director, like I hear my name so many times. I feel like I'm getting pulled so many ways. Nobody want to be that cute on set. Like it's not flashy. The only time you get flashy is a premiere. But other than that, ain't no cuteness in this.
Nah,
pre-production, you in the office all day with no windows most of the time. In a production with pre-production, no windows most of the time. Y'all reading, y'all talking back and forth. Y'all going to lunch, y'all coming back. You can come to work in your pajamas. This is not one of the ones where you just like corner office. No, if you got a corner office, your window will be blocked off with papers that you done stamped up on the window. Like this is this is not that. But once you on set, it's like being on a cruise to me. Like, you know, like it's everybody is so tight. It's like a family, you know, definitely. But this is the funnest part. Quiet on set or room tone are my favorite things. Because everybody is so goofy and so like, but they know how serious it is.
Right.
So when you say quiet for room tone, and everybody just mannequin challenge, like you all just stop. Nobody's talking, nobody's really even breathing. And have y'all ever been in a room tone quietness and somebody sneeze and everybody head just turn to that person at the same time? It is the funniest thing ever. Like things like that be so great.
Shit,
and
I was asleep on set. Them niggas got me snoring and
you
shit.
snoring on room tone. Like, it's just like one of those ones where you just so excited. And then, but I hate when, like, as a director, I say that's a wrap. I hate that. I love that's a wrap, but I hate that's a wrap. Because it's like the last day of school, like everybody's going home. And it's like, then you won't see you won't see them again until the premiere. Like, you know what I mean? Definitely, if it ain't the editor ain't on set. So that's the only, you know, it just be one of the ones where you be like, oh, nah, it's all over. We did ate lunch together, breakfast together, everything. Real. Now it's just like, now it's time to go home to regular life.
Oh, man. That's some of the worst stuff ever. I ain't gonna lie to you. I feel exactly the same way. Like I got people that, you know, I met on set, right? And I call them more than my friends, you know, because that connection that you make in filmmaking is something different about it. Like it's something different. I don't know why. It's just I can't explain it, but I guess it's the unity, right? Because we all come together for a single purpose, and it's just one of those things that's like, man, what else can we accomplish if we were able to do this, right? Because when we all agree to come together and do something, like the power that we have to get stuff done, it's remarkable.
Yep.
Like it's a crazy situation.
I felt like that my first semester at KD. Like it was one of those ones where you come from outside of a world where everybody got their own, like everybody just trying to make it, right?
Right.
I remember walking into school for orientation, and like everybody that was in our class, we all like came together right there, and we was just all talking about all the things that we did. Like, what you do, boom, 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 right? And we just talking. And then the first week of school, we was trying to figure out what we was finna do before our first project. Like, we had so much stuff lined up that we was just like, go, 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 go. And it was so, like, I don't know, it was like a fire up under all of us that was just like, we've been waiting for you. Like, it's like one of the ones, like, I've been waiting for you my whole life. Like, you see me. You see me, I see you. Like, it's like being in the world of being invisible. Right. And then you finally see people that see you, like, you see me? And they like, yeah, I see you. You see me? And it's like, yeah. So it's like, now what you trying to shoot? And they like, I know this park up the street that we could go. And you be like, oh my God.
That's how I felt. That's how I felt when I showed up for Who Killed Jabari. That's how I felt when I showed up for Vanguard. That's how I felt when I showed up. It's like when you run into those people and their passion for filmmaking matches yours. Yeah. Like, it's indescribable. It's an indescribable feeling. It's almost like you found your hand again or something. It's like, damn, I was looking for this. Like, that's
and it's not one of the ones where a lot of people might think, like, because me, I'm not a name person. I do not know a name. I know a face, but I don't know a name. I'm talking about movies, books, people, animals, anything. I'm not a name person. I know your face though, right? Right. I swear, filmmaking people be thinking like, you got to know all these movies, you got to know all these directors, you got to know. You do not. You don't. I know so many filmmakers that cannot tell you certain movies that you be like, how you don't know that movie? You know what I mean? But filmmakers don't watch movies. We watch movies, but we don't watch. If we watch the movie, we picking it out. I mean, we picking it through it. We looking at lighting. We looking at color schemes. If I see, the Godfather that messed me up so bad. If I see an orange in any scene, somebody finna die, and they might not even be about to die. But that's what I didn't learn. You know what I mean? Like color tones.
What was the other one? Whoever got a cell phone in the movie.
If they got an iPhone, they not a criminal. Like it's certain stuff that you learn in movies. Right. Sorry if we just spoiled that for somebody, but like it's certain stuff you learn in movies that you cannot just. So we don't watch movies. We watch movies to see if they good, but we don't watch movies for the story. Or
I still watch movies for the story. I feel like now we watch movies just for the experience, but it really took away our experience though. I ain't gonna.
Yeah.
Now when I'm watching, I'm more analytical about everything.
Right.
Everything.
For me, like now when I go into, I used to go watch movies and I like to be the first one to watch some stuff and this is that or whatever. I want to know what it's about. I want to know what's going on. All that kind of stuff, right? Becoming a filmmaker ruined that for me and my wife, right? She doesn't like to watch movies with me anymore. And it's because I don't care.
We hear the same shit from Jamal.
It's because
you're going to pick it out.
Don't care what's going on. Yeah. Right? If I see something that's visually impressive, I want to know how did they do that.
Exactly.
Right? So now we got to pause the movie to find out where are they exposing their light source? Is there what angle does he have that tripod set on? Are they even using a tripod?
Listen,
is this handheld? What's going on here? What kind of mount?
I pick every frame out. Like if you in my head, it's kind of like a shot list. Every shot, I'm like medium shot. You know, I'm picking out cowboy shot. It's so bad. I'm like, ooh, that's handheld. Ooh, I feel the intensity. Why he handheld? Like this I don't know. It's so bad. All colors. I cannot do it. I'm picking out. I'm listening to Foley.
Right.
I'm listening to everything.
Or you catch that Dutch angle and you're like, here it comes. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause something's unsettling right here.
And some people don't even notice like the music in the background. I notice the music in the background. I notice everything now, and it's just one of the ones where you be like, I'd be like, Jazz, you just gotta chill. Just watch the movie. But I can't. I be knowing don't let me peep what's happening like the first 10 minutes of the movie. I'm like, I already know what's finna happen. I be like,
I caught the setup. I caught the setup for the hook and delivery all in that first 5 minutes.
First 5 minutes.
See, I think around the time when we learned about like color schemes and all that. It was around the time when I was watching like BMF, and then every time they did like a nice shot,
you already know
the orange and blue. It's like
here come Lamar.
I'm like, oh man,
here comes something. There's always something. So definitely.
Yeah, they definitely messed my head up going to school for real. Because now every time I watch something, it's like, yeah, they like too harsh.
And also going to school.
Ooh, they could use another layer of diffusion.
You know, that's so hot. It's so hot. I be like, what's so hot?
Telling you.
But also with screenwriting too has really taught me. I cannot stand a script that's on the nose. It makes my butt itch. I promise. That's one of the ones where it be like, ooh, can we show it rather than speak it? I'm one of those. I love to show. I love to experience. Cause I'm one of those people who believe like people just be talking most of the time. But if you could show it, if I could show the artisticness of it and make you feel it, then that's totally different than me just telling you, ooh, I'm sad. But if I show you I'm sad, you feel me being sad, that's totally different. Now I probably got you sad too. But if I just tell you I'm sad, you're going to be like, oh, okay. But if I show you I'm sad, if I play that music right, if I do that do-do-do-do-do, you know, that hollow, now you might be crying with me and you don't even know why you crying. You know? That's what I like. I like that. I like that intensity. I feel like those movies right there, the ones. All that talking and hooping and hollering and crying.
That Tyler Perry joint.
Yeah.
I like to
Tyler.
I like to look at
be too on the nose though.
They be on the nose more and more
every time.
Right. Yeah. I like to look at films as paintings, right? And in painting, you have your tools, all of the colors, all of the sounds, all of the music that we have. That's what we use to color on the canvas, right? But what you got to understand is that each canvas that we come into contact with is different because the canvas is actually somebody else's emotions.
Exactly.
Right? So do you have the know-how to be able to paint that picture to get somebody to feel what you were feeling when you created this, right? Because it's all a transfer of emotion, right? I'm transferring how I was feeling when I wrote this to you by way of your mental optical medium, right? Your eyes. Like it's so intricate to me that now I think that I can't live without it, right? It's not something that I want to go without.
Yeah.
You know? And
it's like a journal. It's like having a diary. It's like having a diary or a journal, and then you get to tweak it and move it how you want to move it. But I've also learned as being a storyteller and a filmmaker that just because I paint it one way, you might not see it in the way that I painted it. But if you turn my painting in the way up, down, whichever way you need to for you to understand and make you feel some type of way, that's what I go for. I don't a lot of things that was told to us a couple things that was told to us in school was like, well, does the audience get it? None of us has been through the same things.
Right.
We all have perspectives of life different. Right. Like I look at death different. My family owned 4 funeral homes.
Right.
I might look at death totally different than what you do. Right. You might think that's the worst thing in the world. You know what I mean? I can't make everybody in the audience believe what I'm saying. But what I can do is make you feel what I'm saying.
Right.
The emotions. We all have the same emotions. We all know what sadness feel like. We know what happiness feel like. We know when you look at somebody and they love you, like you know what somebody looking at you and they love you feel like. Right. That's stuff that you want to show in movies. It's not about saying I did this, been here, done that. Nah, show me. Let me see what that looked like. Let me see what you felt like when you bought your first car and you worked 40 hours a week for 2 months walking back and forth to work every day, and then you bought your first car. Not just you going into a dealership, putting some money up. I don't feel the same way then. I'm like, oh, she got her car. Right. But if I seen you walk to work every day for 2 months, stack up all, eating ramen noodles every night, going through the rain, and then you take this $2,000 into this place for a down payment of a car, I'm standing up clapping for you because I seen, you know what I mean? I feel like that's what filmmaking is about. I don't think filmmaking is about just the owner knows, let me tell you something, here it go. I be wanting to let you feel me. Everything I do is really feel me. If you can't feel me, if it can't breathe, Jazmine ain't shoot it.
Right. You know, and to speak to what you were saying, it's like it's the emotions, right? It's only 7 of them. You know, it's only 7 of them.
For sure.
Like if you look at the range of emotions, it's only 7 of them bad boys, right? And I think that's where the 7 deadly sins comes from, right? Because each one of those 7 deadly sins are not sins because of what they do. They're sins because of what they make you feel. It's like greed, right? It's not the actual greed that's the problem, right? You're supposed to want. This whole system is set up for, our bodies are physiologically wired to
always want
something. Always, whether it's nourishment, whether it's sleep, whether but it's the things that you do to acquire it that makes greed what it is.
Exactly.
Right? It's overindulgence that makes gluttony a problem, right?
Exactly.
What you do when you become angry is what makes rage a problem.
Exactly.
Right?
Because anger ain't just by itself. Why are you angry?
Right.
Exactly.
And it's there's nothing wrong with having deep feelings of love for somebody, but lust is an issue, right? Like you can
exactly.
you see what
You're
I'm saying?
right.
Yeah. So it's learning how to tweak those emotions, right, and present them in a format that's palatable to everybody. And that's why I love filmmaking. I love it.
Me too. For sure.
I think that's why I like producing, because I think I'm able to collectively see a bit in everybody. So it's easier for me to handle. And then coming from a background of like having like imposter syndrome, you can kind of relate to everybody when they say certain things. So it's easier for me to go, okay, like this is why I'm so steadfast on decisions now, because I've learned like having too much time to think about something will get you into a place of procrastination. So now when I come into a room or something like that, it's like, all right, but I'm learning more on how to navigate outside of being the one that's always like in control. And like my instructor said, like learn how to herd cats or whatever the case may be.
Herd cattle.
Yeah, so it's like now I gotta be the one to be like, all right, like take your time and do that, take your time and do this. Like I could handle the overhead, but allowing other people to handle what they can handle at in their capacity versus like me being the person that's over, because then it leads me into a always work and then never sleep.
Right. You know, because if you don't learn how to delegate properly, properly, and give people a clear direction, and also give them that feedback. That positive feedback is very, very important.
It is.
Like, especially when we talk about
really
dealing with like a pat on the back. It's like even for a time check, right? When that AD comes through and they says, "Hey, 7:30, thank you, time check," right? Like that means something.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm one of those directors. I had to talk to my crew about this. This last one. I am not a micromanaging director. If I hired you, do your job. I'm not over your shoulder. I'm not finna be move this to the left, move this to the right. We done did so much pre-production that when we get here, I shouldn't have to be telling you what to do. And if I do, I need to be finding somebody else that can do this without me having to tell them. That's what kind of director I am. But guess what? When you do what you're supposed to do, I'm coming through that high-fiving. Thank you. I appreciate you. Good job. You need something? You straight? They be like, you the director. Do you need something? No, I'm asking you, do you need my people straight? My actors and actresses blocked and ready to go. I just want to make sure you good. You need some water? I can get my PA to get you something. You know, whatever I need to do. I'm one of those. When I'm a director, I'm the coach. I'm like Phil Jackson. I'm putting stuff in play. I'm putting my best 5 out on the court, and I got my second 2, my 6 man and my 7 man on the bench. And if I need to bring them out in the fourth quarter because one of y'all done fouled out, I do what I gotta do. But we gonna have this thing ripping and running. We already in practice. We already did everything we need to do. When it's game day, I'm not practicing with y'all no more.
Right.
It's time to get to it. Let's go. Cause on the set, I only got a certain amount of time, and y'all not finna be rushing me when it's time. If I need to redo another one, I want to do another one. If I want to do another one for safety, I want to do another one for safety. If I want to give some notes, I'm going to give some notes. So y'all not going to be messing up my time because y'all not doing what y'all supposed to do.
Right.
No, we don't rock like that.
Right. You know, and for me, most times, like I say, I sit in those, I guess I can't really say high position. I sit in those key positions, the more technical side of things.
Yeah.
Right. What are we talking about here with lighting? Do you want a Rembrandt? Do you want backlight? What do you want? Are we going broadside? Are we shooting shadow side? What are we doing?
Exactly.
You know, so I appreciate those directors that know how to communicate with their DPs.
Oh my goodness!
Because I never, like on set, I will never get to talk to you unless you want to talk to me, right? Yeah. Like you have to come out of your way to talk to me because.
But me, I will. Jazmine, I will. I know everybody on my set. Everybody.
Right.
I know what's going on. I know what's everybody's strong hand. I know what's everybody's weaknesses. I know everything. And I'm the type of person who I can sit there and tell during pre-production why I want you or why I don't want you. Because I'm one of those ones where, like, Dairobi, he's my first AD. Dairobi know what I like visually. So before it even come to me, Dairobi gonna tell you, like, she's not gonna like this. She's not gonna like this. And most of the time I'm walking there and say, I don't like this, y'all. It's too harsh. Or, can we move that over? there we go. Like, it's something like that. You get what I mean? But I'm one of those people who, I got a plan, I got a vision, I got a mood board, I got a vision board, I got everything you need. If you need my director's binder, here you go. Because it's all in there, you know what I mean? But also, that's because my producer making sure we all are on the same page. You know what I mean? I might be Phil Jackson, but I wouldn't be nothing without my assistant coach. You get what I'm saying? Because he handling everything behind the scenes. He making sure everything is situated. He making sure the location good. Ain't nobody coming up to me about no money. You better go talk to Tarik. I don't know. I don't got nothing to do with that. Scheduling, go talk to Tarik and First AD. I don't know. They handle that part. So they make my job easier too at the end of the day. So as long as everybody know what they supposed to be doing, we be rocking and rolling.
Right. You know, and those, like I say, all those positions are very, very important. Right. I very rarely get to talk to producers outside of what do you need and how much are we talking about the rental? What's your budget for rental? What's your budget for transport? What's your budget? You know what I'm saying? Those kind of things. Yeah. So I never really get to sit down and talk to producers other than, on this show. Yeah. So like I say, I'm learning from you just the same way you learn. Like I'm learning from you. You know, I'm sitting here and I'm learning.
But directors we learn from you guys too though. Like I can have an idea. I can have an amazing idea in my head. And then I say something and they be like, Jazz, we can't do that because of boom, boom, boom. Or if we had this, we can. Then they be like, okay, boom. So next time I know not to ask for this, or I can say in pre-production, hey, let's make sure we have this so we can do this. You know what I mean? Right. And it'd be a lot of things that makes it look better. Like
or just do what Jazmine does, right? Do what Jazmine does. He calls me, right? he know I'm bringing everything but the toilet sink.
You get what I'm saying? But so, it's one of the ones where they just like, yeah, we can do it, or because like a example, on Stand Straight, we got this shot where she comes into the home, and I really want the house to be like not pitch black, but close. Like the house, like she goes into the darkness of the home. You know what I mean? Right. And the house
that's a specific skill. Learning to light for darkness.
Ooh,
that's a specific skill.
They don't be ready. They don't be knowing.
And it takes a specialized set of tools. Like that's the part that most people they think, well, just cut the lights off, or like. Unfortunately, cameras work using light.
Yeah, you have to have lights on every time.
Everything, right?
Every time.
And in some cases, some shots aren't possible if you don't have the right quality of light.
The biggest thing they kept saying on this set was, we just gotta light it for the information. We just gotta light it for the information. We gotta light it for the information.
Right. They're speaking to the field side.
And I was just like, oh my goodness, it's so bright in here. And they like, but now that we in post, we almost done with post. It's coming together beautifully. But it was definitely one of those ones. I'm like, it's too bright in here. I need it darker. It's not dark enough. It's not. And they like, we gotta get the information. I'm like, all right. And I'm like, one thing I do want to say, we have our main two characters are black. So when we first came into it, the writer he wanted Peter to be a white guy, and in our head we all had this real white pale male. You know what I mean? So my mood board was fit for a white pale male, and that you as a gaffer know lighting white people and lighting black people are totally different things. Like, oh my goodness, it don't let you have a biracial, like a white person and a black person in the same set. Oh my goodness.
Oh my God.
Right. It's like spa versus spa.
Right.
You on two ends of the it's rough.
Right. And the crazy part is that you better not show up without a white balance on no situation like that.
At all, because you'll never get the same thing.
Now going from outside to inside, that's okay, right?
Yeah.
You might can set some auto there. Right? But if you locked out at 100 ISO, then
it's over.
That's why it's so bright, right? Because
you're going to lose one of them. Somebody's going to get lost. Either the white person going to get lost when you go to the light, or the black person going to get lost when you go into the darkness. darkness.
Right.
It don't matter. One of them, you know what I mean? But with Julius and Kenny, they was like a like caramel color, like Jazmine skin tone, which was smooth. But I still wanted the darkness. But I had to remember, Kenny got this big black curly hair that lost all information by anything that was black. Julius lost all his information in his hair and in his shirt and anytime it was dark. So it was just one of the ones where we had to do a lot of practical lighting, like using lamps and practical lighting, and it was just a vibe, a mood that we was going for that really came together. I can honestly say though, we just locked the final picture last week. And I can honestly say that I'm just very excited about what we came together and did. It's an emotional piece. It's a real feel to it. Like the if you don't feel something after this one, you need to go get checked.
Yeah.
Like your emotional balance might be off. Cause this one definitely is gonna make you feel some type of way. It's one of those ones where connection is the theme. Where the connection is the theme, and we're just trying to get to the point where we let people know, like, even though you be grieving or you might be down or you in the darkness, somebody love you, somebody care about you. Come on about that darkness, and we'll be here for you. That's the whole goal. It's just to show connection, and I feel like that theme also goes so good with our class of who we are. We came in this with everybody in totally different spaces of the world. Like, I'm in Texas, but you know what I mean? Like, we got military kids. He from New York. I'm from Georgia. He from Chicago. Right. We all just from totally different sides of the world. And we came here and we connected and we made beautiful, beautiful pieces. And we all brought each other out the darkness sometime within this 15 months. Like,
right. You know, I was talking to another guy about film production, and he was like, he doesn't call it a new career path or a new choice. He calls it his second chance job. You know what I'm saying? He said, this is my second chance. My second chance at life.
Sure.
Because this is one of the only places where you can have little to no experience, take an apprenticeship, and become an expert, depending upon who you take that apprenticeship from. You know, and the crazy thing about it is, like Tarik was saying earlier, it's like you only gonna be as good as the person that you learn from. You know, because they don't have much to teach you, right? So it's
It'll do it every time, but this has definitely been a great experience. Just having finding your people. I feel like that's the main thing. When you find your community, you find your people, and it's also one of those things where it's so great. It don't really matter about religion. It don't matter about politics. It don't matter about your skin color. It don't matter about none of that. It's one of the ones like,
we got a common goal.
We got a common goal. Like, it's like going to an art gallery and everybody in there like art. And y'all all can, like, y'all understand art. Y'all understand brushes. That's how I feel here. Like, I might not know everything about a camera, but I could talk junk and say, I like this camera and I like that camera. And then we could show footage back and forth. Or you could show me your short film. I can show you my talk show. But it's a community, and it's such a broad community. But it's also really little.
Yeah, it's a small community.
It's a small
for real.
But
it's like, man, it's like, man.
We gonna see you on set so many times. After this day, watch. We gonna see you on set so many times. Like, we did a podcast with him. Like, you know
sooner than we think too. You know, sooner than we think too.
Exactly. You know it's really it's one of those ones where once you see somebody or you meet somebody, it's one of those lifelong word of mouth jobs too.
Right.
Cause you be quick like, oh, I know somebody. Somebody be like, oh, we need a cinematographer. I got you.
Right.
You know,
I think it's one of those. I think it's the last. I think it's like one of the last remaining industries that is still kind of word to mouth. Everything else is more digital. I feel like this is like the only industry where you have to know somebody to be in the industry still. Like,
right. Because at the end of the day, bro, it's too much money involved to just take somebody's word for it.
Yeah.
Or somebody Instagram post.
Right. It's like, nah, I want to see.
I gotta see you.
I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Right.
And with AI too.
Right.
Definitely with AI. Somebody can say, hey, I can do this, do that for you. And they just sat there and did a whole AI
AI video.
Rather than me coming there with my camera showing you boom, boom, boom.
Right. Now there's a place for that. There's a place for that.
There is.
Y'all ever heard of Jeff Adair?
No.
I never heard of Jeff Adair?
Mm-mm.
When you leave here, look up Jeff Adair Films.
I'm definitely gonna do that. You know.
Look him up.
Yeah.
That man can do some stuff with AI that I have not seen before.
Shoot, I know somebody else who can too, but I don't know if you want me to put him out there. But hey, he got.
But see, here's the thing.
Stuff.
Like here's the thing. How do y'all feel? That's a good question. How do y'all feel about the AI epidemic that's going on right now?
Oh,
listen. Go ahead, Ty. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. It's a lot of conversations I can have about AI, but I think it's one of those things where it may be useful, but like later on down the line, I feel like a lot of things now is just more trial and error. It's eventually going to be one of those things that is going to be useful for right now, probably like the next 3 to 5 years, but then it's going to have a one of those experiences where it's not going to be as useful, and a lot of people is already putting a lot of money into it right now, and they already they're like negative 20% right now on just trying to fund AI. So if you could just think about that and think about where their money trail is going to end up, it's not really going to end up in the best place possible, and they don't have no end goal for the AI, so they just kind of putting their money into something that they're not gaining from right now. So that's the whole thing on the money aspect. But as far as people utilizing it, it's cool for right now, and it's cool to do, like, make these videos and you don't really have to put a whole process into it. And I think that's what they're trying to get away from. But like eventually it's going to be needed, because the people that people that's eventually losing their jobs because of AI are definitely going to be needed again, because it's only going to be useful for only so much. You know what I'm saying? And you have to teach AI to do something.
You gotta prompt it.
You have to prompt AI to do something. So you still need people in order to prompt the AI. So it's like the people that kind of fear about what AI is going to do, especially in movie making. And when you look at a lot of shit like Avatar and all that shit, the CGI be horrible as fuck. Trash. So it's like
it do be trash.
So a lot of people doing the AI videos and shit like that is cool, because it's like the new thing. It's like Bitcoin or fucking or Dogecoin or some shit. It's like one of those things. It's like, it's cool for right now, but once you get into the mix of it, it's gonna die out. It's like Vine. Type shit. It's like Vine. Vine was popular, then you got Instagram. Instagram was popular, then you got TikTok. It's like, it's one of those things that's gonna be a hit and miss, just like everything else. Like,
right. Jazzy, how you feeling?
I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I like chat on certain aspects, on helping me do certain things, but I ain't worried. I'm not worried, because AI ain't got no feelings. AI ain't got no emotions. You can only go so far with something that doesn't. And if God ain't in it, it ain't gonna work anyway. So that's my whole
So let me tell you how I feel about it, right? Because this is one of those things that, I rub a lot of people the wrong way with this, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and eat the brunt of this one, right? Okay. When it comes to AI, for me, right, because of all of the different people that I've worked with on this situation, working with this tool, right? To me, it is just that. Right, I've positioned. Right, it's a tool. I've positioned myself in a place to where later on I could be programming AI.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Because until it starts doing stuff on its own, I can't have a fear of it.
Yeah,
I just can't. It literally has to do whatever I tell it to do. Right.
And you think about it, a lot of stuff that's going on right now. It's like, they don't really have the funds to really produce a lot of that stuff. So really, it's like they using more energy than they are monetary things. So it's like, at the end of the day, they're gonna have to shut it down at some point, because there's no way for them to get to the point of, they don't have the funds to get it to the point where it's actually working by itself.
Right.
Like, they're always going to need a programmer, and the programmer always has a junior programmer. So it's like, even if the senior programmer isn't doing the necessary things to get the AI to where it needs to be, a junior programmer has to do that. And if they don't have the money to pay those people, then AI is eventually going to stay at a standstill of where it's at today, kind of thing. Like it can only get so far.
Right. So it's just one of those things that, you know, AI is a tool for me, right? It has no control over what I do. It has no control over what I think, feel. It can't. I haven't.
But it is controlling a lot of people, and I feel like the ignorance behind AI is gonna get a lot of people in trouble too. Like
For sure.
it's just the because you got people who already have like mental health issues, and they using that AI stuff to like really mess with their brains for real.
Man,
so like,
when I heard somebody say she talked to Chat GPT like it's her therapist,
that's what I'm saying.
I was like,
Gotta do better.
nah, for real. That's the people I'm talking about for real too. The people that use ChatGPT and trying to use chat or AI to fix their relationship or supplement their relationships, and it's like it's pushing them more towards, because Instagram already made people feel like they already isolated. So now you're gonna isolate people even more who have that mindset of they can't go outside and make connections for real. So it's really gonna mess up those people that really don't use it as a tool and use it as a supplement for other things for real.
right.
It's 80-year-olds making money. They just made it's like two 80-year-olds that just created I think they created 2 apps worth like 100 and something thousand off of AI. Those are the people that's using it as tools, and they 80 some years old for real. So it's like they using it for what it's supposed to be used for. You know what I'm saying? Like other people, I don't know. People making like little funny videos and trying to make AI photos of themselves and shit. Yeah, that's so crazy. That's crazy.
Right. But you know, it's like I said, you know what I'm saying before. I agree. I agree with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I see it the same way you see it when it comes to that. It's the cost far outweighs the benefits, right? And then on top of that, at the end of the day, the industry is going to make a decision on where it falls. And that's just how I feel about that. Like the industry is going to decide, right? You just let it. But at the same time, like I say, the key to this game is finding out how to put yourself in between the client and their money, right? So the more you know about something, the more of an asset you will become.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just where I'm gonna leave that.
What it is.
So, all right, cool. Yeah, we done sped past an hour, y'all. We had like
No, you good.
like an hour and 16. So yeah. If y'all want to go ahead and let the people know exactly where they can find you, right?
First, want to say we're doing a private screening May 18th at the Galaxy Theater for anybody that's wanting to RSVP. You could definitely reach out to us via Instagram at Stand Straight Movie, and we definitely see what we can do as far as getting you into that private screening. Right now we have select seats, so the seats are filling up fast. But we are trying to work on getting a bigger venue, so we definitely want to put that out there for anybody that want to see the movie, because we have to put it into film festivals, so we can't do like a public screening. We can only do a private screening, and this is the one that the school is hosting, Katie Conservatory. So we have to collaborate with them on you know how much people we're expecting and how much people we get to actually show up for the actual private screening. So definitely want to put that out there, but yeah, anybody that is looking for a TV and film producer, y'all can hit me up. My Instagram is EpicsLobby, EpicsLobby, and yeah, I'm always ready and down to work on any type of project anybody got. You know what I'm saying? As long as the price is right. You know what I'm saying? I work with any type of budget. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, outside of that, we are working on a creative and innovative hub out in Tarrant County. So that's something that we're working on building right now, me and her. So that's something that we're working on in the future, in the near future. We're working on building that and having actual programs for like kids, teens, adults. And right now I'm working with the Commissioners County right now to get that in the works. So yeah, we doing a lot right now.
Okay. All right, we're gonna kick the rock to you, Miss Jazzy.
Well, you can find me on all social media as Jazmine Zhene. That's JAZMINE_ZHANE. Also, you can find my talk show on YouTube up under channel 827. It's called Oh That's Messy. That's OH. That's messy, okay?
With 2 Y's.
Shut up. Yeah. Listen, follow me on follow Oh That's Messy on Instagram also and our Facebook page. You will not want to miss the tea. It's really good. It's a really good show. It's a really good kiki. We laugh. We have a good time. And we have so much more coming up. If you got the mess and you got the tea and you want to come on the show, hit us up at ohthat'smessy@gmail.com, and that's messy with 2 I's. So, yeah, I appreciate you for having us. We're so excited.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And like I say, I always appreciate everybody who takes the time to come kick it with me, right? You know, it's a lot of people, they say they come through, and then, you know, when we come back to it.
And it's all right.
Nah, I want to say I appreciate you, and I appreciate Jamon too. And we ain't give Jamon his
flowers.
His flowers for real, but Jamon is definitely a decorated author and screenwriter and art director. So he's definitely somebody who is somebody who you want on your team, because he's definitely gonna answer that phone, and he's always gonna show up every time. So
that's my big man. That's my 5 man. That's my post player. He gonna get them rebounds. You hear me?
I feel like Jamon don't get his flowers, because he's definitely somebody that he's a fly on the world, but he could soak up a lot, and he's willing to soak up a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's a very humble person. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's definitely something that, you know, you need on your team. And me and him talk a lot, even because he be coming up with so much ideas. It'd be like, all right, bro.
Nah, for real.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what like I told him, cause we talk quite often, right?
Yeah.
I told him, I said, hey man, I said, I'll follow you to the ends of the earth on this one, man. I believe in your vision, you know what I'm saying, your colossal vision, you know what I'm saying, I believe in that, you know what I'm saying, I'm rocking
all
with
working
you,
no play,
right? All the way through, you know what I'm saying, so it don't matter, it don't matter. We'll work that out on the back end. Whatever it is, we'll work it out on the back end.
I ain't gonna lie, and through this process, I've learned that Jamon is definitely good at press release. No cap. He's definitely somebody that can network. He loves going to networking events. He loves going to meeting people, especially other creatives. So he's definitely somebody who could definitely build himself up to be somebody's manager or somebody's curator. He definitely know how to be on that phone for real. Like, and I thought I was bad. He's way worse than me.
For sure.
Already. All right, y'all. This has been another episode of Dallas Spotlight, Bodyguard TV's Dallas Spotlight. All right, we got the chance to hear from 2 up-and-coming directors / producers / creative minds behind, what was that? Stand Straight, right? Stand Straight. You know,
we still get used to it too. We only had about like 45 days with this script for real.
But we got it done.
No, for real. But yeah, Stand Straight, y'all be looking out for that. It's coming down real soon. All right. So yeah, and get out there and go stream that Oh That's Messy with 2 Y's. All right, y'all. I'm out.
I appreciate it, bro.
Yes, sir.